What's going on, YouTube? I'm back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Motorcycle Safety Foundations course. And believe it or not, I actually failed that course. It was, well, technically I didn't fail, I just walked out because I was annoyed. I was super annoyed and like just pissed as all hell. And it took me a minute to figure out why I was pissed, but just so you guys know, I did actually take the course again, and I did pass the second course. So today, that's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about my failure in the course, and hopefully someone can find some type of inspiration in it, because like, since my failure was basically I walked away because I just couldn't get it. Just couldn't get it. So let me go ahead and get cranking, or the startup, and then once I get on the road, I'll start talking about what happened at the course. So hold tight. Alright, so the camera's good. Stop sign. You know, before I start this video, I'm going to talk about what I'm doing right now. Now, I literally had at least 3 chances to go. I didn't. And the reason why I didn't is because I didn't feel comfortable in my skill level to get up to speed fast enough to get in front of them. I know where I'm at right now in my skill level. So I am not going to push it. I'm not going to push it at all. So I did what I felt comfortable in doing. Do I have the bike to get out in front of them? Oh, yes, I do. But I don't have that skill level yet, so I just wanted to point that out before we really get into the video. Actually, no way. Coming up till late. I don't even know if I'm recording. Let me check. Oh yeah, we're recording. We are recording. So, anyways, people, I failed my first attempt at the MSFC, or MSF course, the motorcycle safety course. I failed. I literally just walked away from the class. Anyone who's done the MSF course knows that, like, you get to your class, you do a little paperwork inside, and then you go to the driving range. Well, this particular place had a driving range. I was like about 1.5 miles away from where the class was. Go to the driving range, and then they take out these bikes from a container they start them up and whatnot, the instructors start them up. And then you go ahead and pick out your bike, and then once you pick out your bike, you're comfortable with it, they put your name on it and they let you keep that bike. Well, this particular course, I cannot even remember the name or the name of the people that do this, but I know they've been around for a long time. The instructors were super nice. They both of them combined together had like 80 years experience of riding. So they know how to ride. They ride. The instructor was a male and female. They were both super nice, super wonderful people. But once we got to picking out the bikes, I got some type of cruiser. I believe it was the Suzuki. People know it. It was like the Suzuki small cruiser, like 600 cc's or something. No, not 600. Like the 250 or something like that cruiser. I personally did not like that riding position. I didn't like that riding position at all. And hold on, I gotta do a complicated maneuver here. Well, complicated for me. And okay, so anyways, picked out the bike. Got to, they tell you that you have to duck walk. You do the duck walk thing. So this is where what messed me up. Because after you do the duck walk, going back and forth, you have to, you put it in the first gear and you slowly start to let off the clutch and go. And when you do that, when I did it, it felt so unnatural and so weird to me. But the thing was, like, for me, I kept stalling. Like, no matter what I did to the clutch, I just literally kept stalling. Oh, I'm not gonna stop here. Oh, you know what? I didn't totally realize it, but I'm actually near the class. Let's see if they're in session. If they're in session, I'll post up there for a minute and continue on with my story. So when what pissed me off was, like, I just could not let off the clutch without stalling. So I literally did the back and forth a couple of times, like letting off the clutch and completely stalling. I just had to completely finish the duck walk. And if anyone's ever duck walked like forever in a day, it's annoying as hell. And I mean super, super annoying as hell, because you get tired. You get tired, cranky, annoyed. And then you just get frustrated, you can't think clearly, and then you decide to say, F it. And then that's when you start dropping the bike. As a matter of fact, did I drop the bike that day? I do not think I dropped the bike that day. Oh yeah, they are in session. This is the class that I did. It looks like it's different instructors. I kind of wish I had a quieter bike, because like this is probably gonna mess up these people a little bit. Actually, you know what? Let's just stay clutched in and turn the bike off. Oh, I love that feature of the kickstand turning off. It's an amazing feature. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Let's open this up a little. So I duck walk a couple of times across. Then I was supposed to do the whole stay in first gear and use the clutch to go. Couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. it was annoying, frustrating. I was embarrassed because I'm looking at my other classmates going ahead of me. Oh, another thing that actually messed me up that day, there was a guy that had to use his bike. He actually, he actually had gotten a ticket, and the judge basically said if you don't want to pay the fine, you have to go through the course and show it to him, and he'd be like, he'll drop the fine because he got caught basically riding dirty with no license and whatnot. So, but he had to use his bike, and his bike was probably 3 times as louder as my bike, and somehow I got stuck next to him doing the back and forth. And so anytime when he started up his bike was so loud that it threw me off of hearing my bike, and not able to learn my clutch by hearing the bike and stuff like that. So anyone who's taking the course knows that, after you do the duck walk and you do the first gear and stuff like that, you usually have like a little break. So they did like a little break, and they called me and one other guy over and was like, yo, we're taking a 15-minute break, but we want you guys to practice some more because like you guys are not getting it. I was totally happy with that, of course. I kept doing it. So during a 15-minute break, did the back and forth. What happened? I still just couldn't get it. I was literally, as soon as I let the clutch out, the bike will stall. It will just keep stalling and stalling. And I told the instructor, I was like, yo, I think there's something wrong with this bike. I'm not too sure. Because he was telling me, listen for the bike to drop, for the RPMs to drop, to let the clutch out, to basically catch the engine so it won't stall out. And I told him, I was like, I'm doing it. I think there's something wrong with the bike. So my guy hopped onto the bike, and he went back and forth and in a circle, damn near did. Only thing he didn't do was a flipping back flip. And he's like, he looked at me, threw his hands up like this, and I was like, I don't see nothing wrong with this bike. I looked at him and I was like, 40 years, 4 minutes. What? Of course you'd be able to do anything on that bike, because you have 40 years experience. I have 4 years of experience. So at that point in time, I was like, I'm done. But I tried it a couple of more times. I just couldn't get it. I looked at the instructors and I was like, you know what? I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm very frustrated. There was literally several trucks. Actually, see, this is a truck parking off and on. Oh, Prime, they're horrible. Or they are they're an okay company. There's trucks over here, and I'm looking at these trucks, and I'm like, yo, I can drive those trucks. I can back those trucks up. I can parallel park with those trucks. I drive doubles. Like, I can even drive a set of doubles backwards just for, if I get 20 feet, that's wonderful. In a straight line, I can do all that in a truck. But on a bike, I just couldn't catch onto the bike. And so I decided to walk away. Now, I believe this was February of 2022. So when I walked away, I was devastated. I felt ashamed. I was pissed as all hell. But it was one of those things that, like, if I want to do something so badly, I won't give up. I won't give up at all. Although it did take some time. So that was like February 2022. Fast forward to December of 2023. So like a year and a half, like 20 plus months later, I decided to take the course again during my break. My little mini vacation that I take every single year. But this time I went to Harley Davidson. Now, mind you, and I'll just let you people know, if you guys can get on, go to a Harley Davidson class, I highly recommend it. They have these little Grom looking bikes. And the seating position was quite interesting because they wanted to put me in a cruiser because they had a bigger, like a roadster type Harley. They had one of those and they wanted me to go on that. But the only reason why I didn't go on it was because it had a flat tire, so they put me on this Grom thing, and they were like, you probably feel a little scrunched up on it. Honestly, I felt pretty comfortable on it because it literally has close to the same seating position as my 1000R. So the equipment was way better. I was able to go through the class. I was really nervous at first because of the whole clutch, first gear clutch incident from the first class. But I told the instructors, I was like, yo, I gotta tell you something, but I gotta wait till after we pass the duck walk and the first gear going straight, stopping, turning around, and then coming back in first gear. And so I passed it. I was so excited. I had the biggest smile on my face, and I was like, this is great. I was like, I can continue the class. So I was able to continue the class. And I did have some hiccups. Don't get me wrong. I definitely did have some hiccups during class. I actually ended up dropping the bike in class. I don't even know what the hell I was doing. That's probably why I dropped it, because I was thinking too much and I just lost what I was supposed to do and I ended up dropping it. Even the test was interesting too for me. I somehow actually ended up passing. I don't know how, but I was able to pass the course because I did end up dropping the bike during the test. So it was nothing, but all in all, the Harley Davidson experience was super easy. It was way better experience, way better equipment. The experience at this place, it could have been better if they had the proper maintained equipment. That's the only problem I have with these people here. To save my life, I can't remember these people's names, but they do have several classes throughout Florida and stuff like that. And I believe this is actually day 2, so they should be practicing. They should be practicing for their test, I believe, right now. And it looks like it's a really super small class, so they'll probably get done super early today, which is good for them. The class I had when I was here, it was probably about 15 to 20. The class at Harley Davidson was probably 10. No, I don't even think we hit 10. No, we did hit 10. But like I said, the Harley Davidson experience was really great. The only really no issues. The equipment, the little Grom motorcycles that they had there were pretty good. The only real issue with those bikes was that they had first gear geared down so low that you literally had to quickly go to second as soon as you start out in first. So what we were advised, if we don't feel comfortable starting off in first, start off in second gear, and believe it or not, you can literally start off in second gear on those bikes easily. Actually, I've never tried starting off in second gear in this bike, and I don't think I will anytime soon, because I probably will stall it. So I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, that's it for my story, my MSF course on I failed. But the story is to let you guys know, anyone looking into getting a bike, make sure you take the course. I believe the course is mandated in most states to actually get your license now, because you get a little voucher at the end saying you passed, and you just go to the DMV, take a new picture, get it licensed, and boom, you're out of there. I do know that some states do let you get permits and stuff like that, but I do not know how the permit process works. But definitely taking a class just to get the fundamental down is really good. Oh, real quick before I go, funny thing is like, my problem during the class was speed. I didn't want to go no faster than 10 miles an hour. But I remember the instructor, I call her Boss Lady King, I think. Yeah, I called her Boss Lady King. She wanted me to go 15, and it didn't feel right for me to go 15 because I did not feel comfortable doing so. But now, like, going 15 miles an hour is like, it's just a little slow right now. I like to go the speed limit or slightly above the speed limit, or a safe limit to keep myself alive. But I've learned that, but that takes time to build up to. But anyways, it looks like they are done, and I can just start my bike because it's pretty loud and I don't want to distract them when they're going here. But anyways, I like to appreciate everyone watching, commenting, especially all the people I'm having great fellowship with. Any new people, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Any of the old people, I really do appreciate every last one of you, even the ones that we are having such wonderful, intense fellowship with. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.